In part 4 of our lesson on the unit circle and circular functions, you're going to learn about using your calculator to find circular function values. In this example, we're asked to find the value of s in the interval 0 to pi over 2 that satisfies each equation. This first equation, we're given that the cosine of s is equal to 1/3. Now we know that to get at s, we're going to need to do the inverse cosine of each side. So we'll take the cosine inverse of the left-hand side, which is cosine of s, and that has to equal taking the cosine inverse of the right-hand side, which is 1/3. Now the cosine inverse of the cosine of s becomes s, and on the right-hand side, we're going to have to go over to our calculators to get this value. Now the first thing we have to do is get our calculators into radian mode. Now the reason we know to put it into radian mode is because we're being asked to find s in the interval 0 to pi over 2, and that is clearly radians. So we come over to our calculators, we have to hit the DRG button, and then we're going to cursor to the right until the underline is under RAD, rad for radian, and then we're going to hit enter. And now you can see your calculator indicates that you are in radians mode. So now to get at the cosine inverse, we hit the second button, then go above the cosine button to get cosine inverse, and we're going to enter 1 divided by 3, close your parenthesis, and hit enter. And rounding to the hundredths place, we see we're going to get s is equal to 1.23. How about you go ahead and try this one? So pause the video and restart when you're ready to check. Well, we notice that our calculator does not have a cotangent inverse button. We've done these kinds of equations before. So we're going to want to change this into tangent. So we know if the cotangent of s is 0.873, then that means the tangent of s is equal to 1 over 0.873. Now we'll want to take the tangent inverse of both sides. So on the left-hand side, we're going to take the tangent inverse of the tangent of s, and on the right-hand side, we're going to take the tangent inverse of 1 over 0.873. We know the tangent inverse of the tangent of s becomes s. And now we head over to our calculators, and we're going to hit second tangent to get the tangent inverse. We enter 1 divided by 0.873, close the parenthesis, and then hit enter. Now rounding to the hundredths place, we see we're going to get 0.85. Next, we're being asked to determine the quadrant and coordinates of S. So we're told that S is equal to 8.7. Now remember, that's the arc length. So if we want to know the coordinates, we know that the x-coordinate is going to be the cosine of S, and S is 8.7. So we come over to our calculators, and we're going to take the cosine of 8.7, close the parenthesis, hit enter, and rounding to the 10,000ths place, we see we're going to get that it is negative 0.7486. To get the y value, we're going to take the sine of 8.7. So we do sine 8.7, hit enter, and rounding to the 10,000ths place, which is right here, we see that the 6 tells the 9 to become a 10, carry the 1, so this becomes 0.6630. Now if the x value is negative and the y value is positive, which is the situation we have here, x is negative, y is positive, then we know that that has to be in quadrant 2. Okay, pause the video and give this next problem a try. Then restart when you're ready to check your answer. We know our x value is going to be the cosine of negative 62. Now remember, this is still radians. This is not 62 degrees. There's no degree symbol there. So we still need our calculator to be in radian mode. So we'll take the cosine of negative, don't use the minus button, use the negative button, 62, close the parenthesis, and hit enter. And rounding to the 10,000ths place, we see that we get 0.6735. The y value is going to be sine of negative 62. So we enter that in our calculators. We're going to do sine, negative sine, 62, close the parenthesis, hit enter, and we see rounding to the 10,000ths place, we're going to get 0.7392. Now we see that our x value is positive, our y value is positive, which means we have to be in quadrant 1.